When you focus on yourself, everything falls into place. There comes a moment in life when you realize something important. The more you chase people, approval, and validation, the more lost you feel. But the moment you turn your focus inward, everything begins to change. When you focus on yourself, your growth becomes your priority. Your peace becomes your responsibility. Your life begins to move in the right direction. And slowly, almost quietly, everything starts falling into place. Most people live their lives looking outward. They compare their progress to others. They worry about what people think. They seek approval before making decisions. They adjust their lives to fit expectations. And without realizing it, they lose themselves. Because when your focus is always on others, your energy is never fully yours. Comparison creates insecurity. Approval seeking creates anxiety. People pleasing creates exhaustion. But the truth is simple. The only life you are responsible for is your own. And the moment you accept that, your power returns. Focusing on yourself does not mean becoming selfish. It means becoming responsible. Responsible for your growth. Responsible for your habits. Responsible for your mindset. Responsible for your future. Because when you improve yourself, your life improves naturally. Opportunities come, confidence grows, relationships become healthier, everything starts to align. One of the biggest energy drains in life is comparison. Social media shows highlights, people show their wins, their progress, their success, and you start to feel behind. But comparison is dangerous, because you are comparing your reality to someone else's edited story. When you focus on yourself, comparison disappears. Your only competition becomes who you were yesterday. Instead of asking, why are they ahead? You ask, how can I improve today? And this shift changes everything. Growth becomes personal, progress becomes measurable. Confidence becomes real, because confidence does not come from being better than others. It comes from becoming better than your past self. Another powerful change happens when you focus on yourself. You stop seeking constant approval. Many people live their lives based on other people's opinions. They don't start projects because someone might judge. They don't speak up because someone might disagree. They don't follow their goals because someone might not understand. But when you focus on yourself, your direction comes from within. You make decisions based on your values, not other people's expectations. And this creates freedom. Freedom to grow, freedom to try, freedom to fail and learn. Because real growth requires independence. Not everyone will understand your path. And that's okay. When you focus on yourself, you also become more aware of your habits. You start asking better questions. How do I spend my time? What am I feeding my mind? What routines are helping me grow? Instead of blaming circumstances, you look at your daily actions. And this is where real change begins. Because your life is not shaped by big decisions, it is shaped by daily habits. Small improvements in sleep, focus, learning, and discipline begin to add up. Days turn into months. Months turn into transformation. And one day, you realize you are living a different life. Not because of luck, but because you chose to focus on yourself. Another important truth is this. When you focus on your growth, you attract better relationships. Many people chase attention and approval. But strong relationships are not built by chasing. They are built by becoming someone who brings value, stability, and positivity. When you work on your mindset, your discipline, and your emotional control, your energy changes. You become calmer, more confident, more grounded, and the right people naturally gravitate toward you. Because growth is attractive, peace is attractive, self-respect is attractive. You don't need to chase the right people. When you become the right person, they come into your life naturally. Focusing on yourself also protects your peace. When your energy is directed toward your goals, you have less time for drama, negativity, and unnecessary conflict. You stop reacting to everything. You stop engaging in pointless arguments. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't understand your journey. And life becomes quieter, not empty, peaceful. And in that peace, you become more productive, more focused, more intentional. One of the biggest shifts that happens when you focus on yourself is emotional independence. Instead of relying on external validation to feel good, you start building internal confidence. You feel proud because you kept your promises to yourself. You feel strong because you stayed disciplined. You feel calm because you know you are improving every day. This kind of confidence cannot be taken away, because it is built, not given. Another powerful result of self-focus is clarity. When you stop trying to please everyone, your priorities become clear. You know what matters, you know what doesn't, you know where your time should go, and clarity removes confusion. Decisions become easier, progress becomes faster, stress becomes lower, because most stress comes from divided attention, trying to satisfy too many people, trying to follow too many paths, trying to meet too many expectations. Focus simplifies life, and simplicity creates progress. There is also a quiet law of life. What you focus on grows. If you focus on problems, stress grows. If you focus on others' opinions, insecurity grows. If you focus on your improvement, progress grows. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Where you place it determines your future. Imagine spending 1 year focused on your growth, reading instead of scrolling, learning instead of comparing, building instead of complaining, improving instead of waiting. Your skills would increase, your confidence would increase, your opportunities would increase. And from the outside, it would look like everything suddenly fell into place, but the truth would be simple. You focused on yourself. That's all it takes. Another important part of self-focus is patience. Growth is not instant. Results take time. Skills take time. Habits take time. Confidence takes time. Many people quit because they expect fast results, but when your focus is on daily improvement instead of immediate outcomes, patience becomes easier. You trust the process. You understand that small, consistent effort always wins, and over time, progress becomes visible. When you focus on yourself, you also learn one of the most powerful lessons in life. You cannot control everything. You cannot control people's opinions. You cannot control every opportunity. You cannot control every situation, but you can control your effort, your attitude, your discipline. And when you focus your energy on what you can control, your stress decreases, because you are no longer fighting things outside your power. You are building strength within your control. This is where real stability comes from, not from perfect circumstances, but from strong personal foundations, mindset, habits, discipline, self-respect. And once these foundations are strong, life becomes easier to manage. Challenges still come, but you handle them better. Setbacks still happen, but you recover faster, because you have built yourself, and when you build yourself, everything else becomes easier to build. So if you feel stuck right now, if you feel behind, if you feel lost, stop looking around. Stop comparing. Stop waiting for validation. Bring your focus back to yourself. Improve one habit. Learn one skill. Take one step forward today. Small progress is powerful. And when you repeat it daily, your life begins to change. Slowly, quietly, naturally. And one day, you will look around and realize something. Your confidence is stronger. Your life is more stable. Your opportunities have grown. Your relationships are healthier. Your peace is deeper. And it will feel like everything fell into place. But the truth will be this. You fell into place. You focused on your growth. You invested in yourself. You chose progress over distraction, and life responded. So remember this, when you focus on yourself, you don't lose people, you don't lose opportunities, you don't lose your place in the world, you gain clarity, you gain strength, you gain direction, and once you have those, everything else begins to align. If this message helped you see things differently, take a moment to like this video, subscribe for more content about mindset, discipline, and personal growth. And share this with someone who needs a reminder to focus on their own journey. Because when you focus on yourself, everything else will fall into place.